Hello everyone! Happy Monday! Welcome in. How are we doing? Hi Spike, hi Nick, hi Alice, hi Karis. Welcome in. Karis, thank you for the tier 1 for 5 months. Yo H. Who the hell is H? Oh my god! Guys, we have 100 streakies. 100 streaks in the channel. Hi Benjamin, hi Han. Hi Josh, hi Rajan. Hello, Miss Ginger. Sorry, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Who the fuck? Guys, not to brag, but I'm on a roll this month. I've already started book club book. Josh, actually, when I say hello to people, I'm looking down the left-hand side, so I'd not even read your message yet. But yeah, normally I leave it super last minute, mainly because I like to remember things for the discussion. But I was like, there's no way I can be late this time. We're doing a duo book club with Gal Pal Cal, so I need to make sure. You are looking particularly ginger today. What the hell? I come here, I do a Monday stream because I can't stream tomorrow because I've got a nail appointment. And all I get is grief. Guys, I'm really sad to say goodbye to these nails. These have been some of my favourites yet. I know I say that about every set, but they've just been so fun. Hi, Lucy. Strawberry. Shall I just go? But yeah, it's been nice to have something quite vibrant. And my appointment's tomorrow. I'm tempted to go in and just ask for more colour. Because basically my brief last time was colourful, and this is what I got. Very Zara Larsson-esque. And I'm kind of tempted to ask for colourful again. Colourful has been a good time, and it's still summer, so I kind of think we should keep up with the bright, if more colour is even possible. But I mean lots of colour, different patterns maybe. Although I did really enjoy these ones where it was that's picking up really weirdly on my camera and making it look like my finger is mouldy. I promise it doesn't look like that in real life. But where it's she did smudged colour underneath and then the lines and the gems. Sorry, I just flipped you off. But yeah, I think I want more colourful vibes because I've really enjoyed this. And I'm normally so not a colour girly. I wear all black most of the time, so it's been nice to just have this constant pop of colour. So that's my current vibe, I think, for tomorrow. If anyone has any inspo pics, please feel free to send them in nailed it in self-care. But how has everyone's weekend been? Guys, I emptied out my wardrobe, and I knew it was going to be bad because I've not done it since me and Sam moved in together, that's for sure. And that's, what, 3 years ago? So 100% I've not done it in 3 years. Probably longer than that. I have 3 bin bags full to the brim. Full to the brim to go to the charity shop. And that's not including, I think I have 10 things that I need to sell. And that's not including them. So this is your sign to clear out your wardrobe and don't put it off for 3 years because it will haunt you. Although, guys, I was doing some research and I thought this was really cool. It's definitely a London thing. I don't know that it's outside of London. Oh wait, it says UK. So I guess they do. It's London based. I don't know how far out of London they do. But I was doing a little bit. Oh no, it says operating across the UK. So, guys, my biggest thing was I don't really have an easy way to go donate clothes. We don't have a car. So realistically, obviously, London, we'd have to travel. We'd have to drive to go donate clothes to a charity shop, right? It's not like there's one just around the corner. So I was doing a bit of research to see if I could get a collection of any description. But a lot of the charity shops would only collect if it was 20 bags of clothes or something. And I was like, okay, but I don't have that much. So then I found, am I going to dox myself if I show this? I don't think so. No. I found this website, guys. Obviously, this is not any sort of like, I'm not working with these people, but I just found it and I thought it was cool. And I feel like this is really helpful for people who don't have a car or don't live near a charity shop, and don't want to just throw their things away. Basically, you just book a collection on here. You put in your postcode, so you obviously have to find out if they collect near you. And it gives you like available dates that someone will just come and collect your stuff. And then you just tell them how many bags. And it goes to 4 different charities, or you can split between all charities. So I just did all charities. But I thought it was really cool. So you book, you select the charity, you fill out the online form, you pack your bags. You can do clothes. What the heck? I don't know what bric-a-brac is. And books. You get a time slot the day before. And then obviously they have to have some of the funds to like run this company, but 80% of your proceeds go towards charity. I thought this was pretty cool. And yeah, that's how I've done it. I've just bagged up all my stuff and they're going to come collect it Friday. Rhiannon, thank you for tier 1 for 8 months. Oh, like things. Random trinkets, vases, bookends, etc. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, I've put off doing it for so long because I was just like, how the hell do I get things to a charity shop? Like, realistically, I'd have to probably get an Uber or something. But then even then, how is one going to carry 3 massive bags full of clothes? So yeah, I thought it was really cool. They just come and collect from you. They obviously, you must book a slot and then they like assign routes to the drivers and stuff. So we'll let you know once that's collected. But it seems like a pretty seamless process. Adele, thank you for the tier 1 for 25 months. And hi Rhiannon, hi Emu, hi Adele. But yeah, I just thought that was super convenient for people who either don't drive or don't have a car, to still be able to donate things. And it obviously saves things going to landfill. I hate throwing away perfectly good clothes. Like, I went through and obviously if there was anything that like I wouldn't donate, like things maybe that got like a hole in or anything like that, I obviously threw those away. But anything that was in like a sound condition, some of the things had like brand new with tags. So basically anything that I didn't think that would be worth to sell, I just put in for charity. Hi Rosie, hi Tyler, welcome in. I need to sell some stuff. I just CVA dealing with people on Vinted. I have to get a Vinted, I think, to sell the little bits that I've got. I decided it's time. Because basically, when I was in uni, maybe like the start of my uni, I obviously still had like my teenager body, which I was maybe like 2 full sizes smaller than I am now, sometimes 3 depending on what shop. And I've always held on to these clothes. I am never going to fit into these clothes again, and that's okay. That's not my aim. But I just need to like part with them. One, I wouldn't wear these clothes now. Like, they're just not my kind of style. They're more when I used to go out like clubbing. So they're not really things that I'd wear now anyway. And also they just don't fit. I'm like, what the fuck am I keeping them for? Hi Raz, hi Tyler. Rhiannon, I've just said, like, I've just found this website called Redonate that just comes and picks up. So you bag it all up and they just come and pick it up. And then it's sold and like I think 80% of the proceeds, it said, goes to charity. No, same. I keep them just in case and they're too small. Genuinely, if I tried to put this dress on, like some of the dresses that I've got, if I tried to put them on like from the ground up, I don't think they would get past my knees. What am I keeping them for? What's the point? They're just taking up space. Hi, Cal! I was here at 7 p.m. and I was still late. She's just not dedicated to the stream, guys. I just go down to my local charities and ask how much room they have. So fair. Hi, Lizzie. Welcome in. Wearing a sock to the club. Rajan, be honest. Do you think I go to the club? The closest I've got to a club in recent years is Blue's Kitchen, and that's still not a club. And even then, I think I lasted under an hour. Book club, yeah. I'm in 2 book clubs. Hey, Cal, that wasn't a club. It was a rooftop bar, but I appreciate your enthusiasm. For any London people, I took her to, well, it's called Circe's now or something like that, but it used to be Bar Elba in Waterloo. I took her to X Bar Elba, and there's no lift, so she had to do the stairs. And it was not a club. It is very much a bar. I've been to one real club in Miami, and I can confirm it's shit. I used to enjoy clubbing when I was, like, in uni. Like, I used to enjoy a good night out, what can I say? I was a bit of a messy gal. But maybe from second year uni, I barely went out. In my 3rd year uni, we were in lockdown. After that, I didn't, like, coming out of COVID, I don't think I've ever been to a club. I'm trying to think. I've been to very, like, rowdy bars, but I don't think I've been to a club post-COVID. I'm trying to think if there would have been an instance, but I really don't think. Do you know what I mean, Raz? The club scene in London is so bad. Like, back in uni, it was fine, because you had, like, uni nights and everything where everything was cheap. But, like, it's just not the same as it was before COVID. Not that I have any interest in clubbing now. I'm very much, like, past that time in my life. However, like, London nightlife is fucking dreadful for a major city. It's so expensive now, yeah. I'll be taking Meg to the club in Nashville. Oh, I will get down in the honky-tonk. Give me a pub with seating space, music loud enough to get rid of the silence, but quiet enough to talk, and some decent real ale on cask, and I'm a happy human. Can't get on board with the real ale. But everything else sounds like a great time. I even like a bar where I can have a little bit of a boogie. Guys, we had Subway for dinner, so I bought a little crispy Dr. Pep. Like, tonight Josephine is a good time because it's all girls and gays in there. They play music like fucking J-Ho, and it's just a good time. I feel safe in there. And it's more like a bar, but you can have a little boogie. It's not really a club. I have no interest in a club. And also, I need, like, a progression in the night to even get to, like, Tonight Josephine level. I cannot go into Tonight Josephine sober. I need a pre-drink bar to go to Tonight Josephine. So, like, a pub or a rooftop bar or, like, that kind of vibe. And then I'm down for a little dancey dance. Does anyone have any tips on what to take to uni for your first year? Yes. We actually gave, was it Indy we gave all this advice to? Who did we give this advice to recently? Like, last year? Keris, you will not need half of the shit that you think you will need. Ignore all of these packing lists that you see on, like, forums and Reddit or whatever the hell else. You will not use half of it. I went to uni with a full kitchen worth of pans, plates, cutlery, every utensil they sold in IKEA. I didn't need any of it. Genuinely, you need 1 saucepan, 1 frying pan. Bonus points if you get, like, a wok or something, because then you can do meal prep in it as well. A set of cutlery, a couple of plates, a couple of bowls, a couple of mugs, a couple of glasses. In terms of like utensils, genuinely a fucking spoon. A spoon and maybe like the flat ones. You must get a pasta strainer because you will eat pasta at least 4 times a week. A chopping board and a knife. Genuinely might be it for kitchen stuff. Tej, well, to be fair, I am assuming, but if Keris is UK based, we don't really get meal plans in our universities. It's not really a thing here. Some do, but not many, right? None of my friends ever had meal plans, even at like other unis. Maybe some do. But yeah, with kitchen equipment, think about what you actually eat. Oh, and an oven tray. But don't worry about getting like a garlic press. You will just buy lazy garlic or garlic powder. Don't worry about getting like a lemon zester. You're never going to use it. Don't take anything expensive because God forbid you get housemates that are not nice. They will steal your things. I had a girl in my uni halls who stole all of my mugs and used them as ashtrays. Hi, Bex! No, but Cal, I'm saying as like a general thing. Like, don't buy any of the obscure shit. Don't like see it in IKEA and be like, oh, maybe I'll need that. You won't. You will eat pasta and girl dinner oven food most days. So I would say don't even get an air fryer. I would wait, if you're moving into halls, I would wait and see like about your housemates and see if you can all like chip in for one or something. One, it's going to make it so much cheaper. Two, if you get an air fryer, all of these people are going to use your air fryer. At least if it's a communal purchase, you don't have as much to lose. And yeah, realistically, you can buy other things if you need it. Yeah, Keris, don't go out and buy loads of new things. It's genuinely pointless. Things get lost, things get smashed, things like it's just not worth buying all new things. For your like non-kitchen things, I'd recommend getting quite good bedding. You're going to spend like a lot of time in your uni room, so get good bedding. A blanket. I used to just like, I don't know if you're living in halls, if you're in like, have like a living area, I literally just used to go with like my blanket wrapped around me and like plonk down on the sofa. So always have a blanket. It also helps then if you've got people coming over to stay, you've got something spare. Slippers. Can't think of anything that like, honestly, just like nice things from home to make your uni room feel like a home. Like any pictures you have with friends, be careful about putting things up if you're in uni halls. Use like non-damaged things to put them up. But like, yeah, like a plant or like just small things that like make it feel like home. You will naturally get a little bit homesick when you first move, especially if you're going to a uni that's a little bit further away from home. So having like something that makes your room feel like home. I'm not saying you need to go all like interior design and buy loads of decorations. But just having a couple of like things to make it a home. My friends joked with me that my first year uni halls looked like nobody lived there. I had nothing. No decoration, no nothing. And granted, I did spend most of my first year in the club, but I do think I would have settled a lot faster had I had some cozy things. Oh, Ali, I do recommend that actually, yeah, as well. I had like a little box just with like plasters, paracetamol, ibuprofen, period products, like emergency things that you might need and you obviously don't want to have to run out to the shop to get. Taking all my unread books so I can read them because I know I won't be able to buy new ones. Yeah, Keris, how far away from home will you be? Because it might be worth just taking some and swapping them out. Unless you know you've got quite a big uni room. Or like a place to store them. A stuffed animal is a cute idea as well, yeah. I'll be about 3.5 hours away. I would probably take quite a few. Because you're not going to want to bring books back and forwards every time. I would probably take quite a few. Hi, Nova. Welcome in. I'm trying to think of anything else. Genuinely, don't take all of your clothes. I carted 90% of my wardrobe to uni. Didn't wear half of it. Then also because, like, guys, my confidence went like this at uni because I'd come out of a bad relationship. I'd come out of a small town where I didn't feel like I could express myself in any way, shape, or form. I went to uni in London and immediately after like a couple of weeks felt like I could dress in a different way. I could like try out new things, and I took loads of clothes that I would have worn to be like safe back home. And I actually found that when I went to uni, I wanted to like experiment more with my clothes and like how I looked. I remember my mum actually commented, like I'd taken a picture. It was maybe within like a first couple of weeks of me being at uni. And I sent it to my mum, and my mum was like, I'm so happy because you would have never had the confidence to wear something like that when you lived at home. So I think with clothing, don't take absolutely everything. Take yourself some staples, some nice going out things. Like, don't bother. If you've not worn it in the last year, you're not going to wear it at uni. But also, like, I know that I definitely went out shopping a couple of times, like when I first moved there with like my new friends. Like, you will just accumulate more things. So don't go with like your whole life. Also, keeping clothes at home makes going home for Christmas and things like that so much easier. We do love Mama Meg. She's been telling me recently, guys, about the like vegetables. I was like, Megan! Crops. I'm so Stardew Valley coded. Hi, Teresa. The vegetables that she's been growing. Well, technically fruit as well. She's been growing tomatoes, courgettes, mini cucumbers. She's cut down this year. If your uni has themed event nights, etc., maybe get 1 or 2 things for that. So usually any unis that are like big on fancy dress, so like Nottingham Trent is an example of this. I had a friend that went there. They had like a weekly club night that was fancy dress. They have a fucking massive fancy dress shop. You do not need to go with anything. Any of the unis that are big on that, usually there's some sort of fancy dress shop nearby. So don't even worry about it. I went to Trent. You could swap outfits as well in the SU. Nottingham Trent, guys, obviously most of you are like past uni age. Also, hi Hobbit, I don't think I said hello to you. Nottingham Trent is the funniest uni I've ever visited. I felt like I needed to fucking like, you know how people prepare for marathons? That's what I felt like. I was a heavyweight on nights out, guys. I went out a lot in uni. I went to Nottingham Trent on a night out and thought I was gonna die. I'll explain the night out. So, one of my friends from like back home was in the cocktail society, which I'm pretty sure they made up just so that they could go to Ocean, which was the fancy dress night, because the whole point of the fancy dress night was that you had to be in a society to get tickets. Alice, I genuinely think one of my friends was involved in the creation of that. If not the creation, she was like one of its like high up members for her duration there. Anyway, they made up this thing called the cocktail societies that they could go to Ocean. And essentially the cocktail society was that they just went to different bars and drink cocktails. Anyway, I'll message my friend about it because I'm pretty sure that's what they did. I'm sure it was her, either her friends or her. But that was the society she was in. So I went up to this night out with the Cocktail Society, guys, because that's the only way I would be allowed to go is if I got a ticket through the Cocktail Society. So me and my friend went to there was a giant fancy dress shop in the town centre, which looked like a fucking warehouse, just full of fancy dress bullshit. We've got our outfits. We then go back to my friend's house where we start drinking while we get ready. So we're having our first prees while we get ready. We then have to go to someone in the Cocktail Society's house that's having like the ticket giving. They give the tickets at this thing. So you have to go to another house party. So you've already been pre-drinking while you're getting ready. You're now going to a second house party. Okay? So we're at said second house party. We're drinking some more. Then they're like, we're going on a bar crawl. Mind you, guys, this is like 5 p.m. We're not getting to the club till 11. And we're on prees number 2. Okay? We then go on a bar crawl around Nottingham, which I think we go to 3 different bars. Guys, obviously you got to bear in mind this is like 10 years ago. There were shots that were 6 for £5. So what did I do? I bought 6. All starts to go downhill from here, guys. We hit 3 bars before we even get to the club. We then go to the club and we stay in the club. I don't know what time Ocean finishes, but we're there till the fucking lights are turning on. This was like a 12-hour experience. Guys, I can't explain to you how sticky the floor is in Ocean. 12 hours. Guys, we can't afford to do that in London unis. I probably spent like 50 quid the whole night up in Nottingham. I'd have spent that in 2 hours in London. Yeah, someone allegedly did get chlamydia from the floor. Yes, allegedly. From Ocean. There's got to be pictures. I think it was also quite a common thing that people would just fuck in the middle of Ocean. Wait. In the daytime. I don't want to see it when it's busy with club. I want to see the inside. Why is there no photos of it inside? Guys, this is the... This is the club in question. By the way. That is the club. And just everyone would be in fancy dress. Oh yeah, so that was the other thing, right? Ocean was fancy dress only. And each society, I need to close that because it's going on a loop and God knows what's going to come up in there. Every society went as a different theme in fancy dress. So you walked into this club. Ours was Hindu that week. So we just had like little dresses on with like sashes being like just married or whatever. Or like bride to be or whatever it was with like little tiaras, blah, blah, blah. There were just groups of men in Speedos. There were people in various states of undress. I have genuinely never seen anything like the inside of Ocean. And every society got different STI. But yeah, I remember we went to the Ocean. I think Ocean was on a Wednesday or something like that. I think it was a Wednesday night. It was definitely a weeknight, I remember that. And then the next day we went out to the student union. And I'd never experienced a student union, guys, because I went to a London uni and it wasn't a campus uni. So we just didn't have... We had an SU. It was not the same as... The Nottingham Trent Student Union was like a club in itself. It's a great. If you love a night out, genuinely Nottingham Trent is the uni for you. I think it is actually pretty good, like course wise as well. But like for nightlife, the amount of auto mods um going through for Ocean Nottingham. But yeah, for a night out, it was pretty unmatched. Did I think my livers were gonna fail? My liver was gonna fail after going there, maybe. Um, but was it fun? Yeah. We went on a night out in Nottingham for one of my birthdays one year because we went up. Why did we go up to Nottingham? Me and Sam went up to Nottingham for some reason. And we ended up going to a club that then turned into silent disco in the downstairs, and that was a fucking great time as well. I've never been to Prism, no. Isn't Prism in Kingston? It was a bit far for me back in my uni days. I was sober at uni, hadn't actually touched alcohol at that point. I don't think that's weird, Spike. I had like housemates who either never drank or very, very rarely, very, very rarely drank. One of my flatmates in my first year of uni loved her. I still like have her on things. She was like a vegan baker. That was her thing. So I would come in from a night out. I would sleep until the afternoon. I'd come into the living room and she would have baked a vegan cake. And we had a lovely time. We'd sit on the sofa and eat vegan cake. I think this is the thing about people think about uni is that like either you make friends that enjoy going out or like you're not going to make friends. It's not like that at all. I had so many friends that didn't go out. In fact, the one person I'm still very close with from uni, she didn't really go out at all in her first year because it was like not her, it wasn't her actual first year. Or was it her first year? She was basically 17 when she moved. She moved from India. In fact, you guys have met her. She's been on this stream before. Foundation, that's what I'm thinking of. She was doing her foundation year when I was in year 1. So she couldn't actually come out with us until December because she was still 17 when she moved. And actually, in terms of closeness, we were the closest. Also, speaking of, I messaged her randomly yesterday because I found like a photo booth photo of me and her while I was cleaning out my wardrobe. I was like, oh my god, look. And she was like, I literally have that on my wall. Also so random. I was speaking about you yesterday. And out of this like 5-minute conversation we had, we've decided we're going to go on a trip together next year. So, I think I'm going back to Southeast Asia, guys. My uni experience was a bit weird / different because I was quite unwell for most of the time I was there. I lived at home and commuted, wouldn't have survived otherwise. Oh, bless you, Spike. I do definitely think that not living at uni would make things harder. Also, commuted to uni because I was too anxious to move across the country, and that is so fair. I do think your experience probably would have been a lot different than someone who lived at uni in terms of like socializing and bonding with like different kinds of people because you're not in that proximity. Like obviously in your courses and things you will have like come across people, but most uni courses are so big it's definitely hard to make friendships in uni courses. I found that like I had friends in my uni course, but like we didn't really keep in touch after uni finished. Most of the people that I like had really good like solid friendships with were people that I lived with at some point. The musical societies for my life, their choir and concert band. And I think that's where you meet people that you like really vibe with as well. We didn't have societies at my uni, so we didn't really have the option for that. But obviously I was quite lucky because I lived in halls. And when I went out because I wanted to get home because my day was so draining and tiring with the commute. Yeah, I can imagine that with commuting, you're just not really going to want to go out, are you? Or even like stick around. All the sites I was interested in were the ones that met at like 8 p.m. on a Tuesday. 8 p.m. on a Tuesday is insane. Wait, which building's closing down? Oh, Prism Watford. No, I've never been there, guys. Hi, Cookie. Hi, Stu. Guys, Ministry of Sound was where I spent every Tuesday in my first 2 years of uni. If you were ever in a Ministry Tuesday at the years that I was at London unis, you will have seen me there. Oh God, what year was I in uni? Bonus points if anyone was there on the week that I decided it'd be a great idea to climb up on the speakers, which I did quite a lot to dance on. Got a bit tired, so sat down, completely missed sitting down and fell off it backwards, landed on my head. I want to say, okay, 2017, September of 2017 was when I started uni. Oh my fucking God, that's so long ago. I was there and laughing in spirit. 8th of September 2017, I've got a picture in Tonight Josephine. So it would have been 2017 to 2020? Guys, I have a video which I can never actually show it on the internet, but I will describe it to you because it is horrific. There is a video of me. I've just seen it on my phone, so I know it's there. We'd gone out to Ministry of Sound. The start of this story is like horrific. We'd gone out to Ministry of Sound, and one of the like guys in our group, we had like a predominantly girl group with like a couple of guys. I went to an art uni. One of the guys was Indian, and he would have trouble with bouncers everywhere we went because they racially profile people at clubs, and it's fucking horrific. I had so many arguments with bouncers about it like my entire uni career, because there would be times where like he literally had not even had a drink. He stopped drinking at pre's because he was so scared of not being let into places. And they would still not let him in, claiming he was too drunk. It was like that kind of situation. And so on this particular day, we'd gone to Ministry on a Tuesday, and they were like, "You're not coming in, you're too drunk." We had already got in at that point, and I said, "Well, I'm not going to stay if they're not going to let him in. Fuck that. Let me grab some food and then we're going to go home." Because at this point in Ministry, there was like a burger stand and a pizza thing in the smoking area. So I went up and I was like, I want both. So I went up and I got a burger. Jade, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. How are we doing? For those who don't know me, my name is Meg. I am 28 from the UK. And we're just talking about our university lives, which for me was 9 years ago. For a lot of people in the chat, it was recently. For those of you from my chat who aren't following Jade, please make sure you drop a follow. I'd really appreciate it. What were you up to? You're playing Animal Crossing? I've been loving Animal Crossing. But yeah, so we went to this, like, I was at this, like, burger place, pizza place, and I was like, let me grab food, and then we're gonna go home with my friend, because I'm not going into a club where the bouncers are, like, fucking racist and dickheads. So I go up to the burger place, I get myself a burger, I wrap it up, and I stick it in my coat pocket. I then go up to the pizza place and get myself a margarita pizza, and I fold it in half one time, I fold it in half again, and I stick it in my other pocket, and then I fuck off out of the club. Okay? Meet up with my friends, we're walking home. My friends are like, Meg, they're videoing me at this point, and they're like, Meg, what have you got in your pockets? And I whip out of one pocket, and I start unfolding my pizza. I'm like, I've got a margarita pizza. Put it back in my pocket. And I've got a burger as well. Obviously, I'm really drunk at this point, guys. We've been pre-drinking. I went to uni in London, God forbid. So there is a picture of me drunk on the streets of Elephant and Castle with a pizza in one pocket and a burger in the other pocket. And I'm whipping it out like it's a fucking makeup haul in the middle of the streets of Elephant and Castle. Cinemed, it is. I just don't think I can show the video of that on the internet. I don't want that to be like forever there. You can hear about it, but I'm not going to show you it. Can you show us live on Twitch? No. Promise we won't clip. Guys, you lot have clipped snot after I've been crying on stream. I don't trust you guys anymore. How big were your pockets? Big. It was when this was back in the era of like teddy bear coats. You know, the big teddy coats with the like the massive pockets. That's what I had. And if anyone needs a review on those coats, you can fit a whole margarita pizza and a burger in the pockets, just in case anyone was ever curious about the capabilities of pockets. I'm here to tell you that they were, in fact, quite handy. Bring back those coats. Honestly, they were warm and they were practical. I could get a full 2-course meal in those pockets. I have stopped editing videos, Meg. You are safe. Guys, I will never be safe as long as you guys have a clip button. And I have just accepted that natural fact of life. Were they good in rain? No. But Hobbit, this was also the era of my life where I once... actually, in Ministry of Sound, funnily enough, most of my bad decisions in life came from that club. It had once snowed while we were on a club night, and one of my shoes had fallen apart, so I threw the shoe in the bin and walked home barefoot, well, with one shoe on and one foot barefoot in the snow. So I'm not really a good judge of, like, weather suitability. Raz, it was not a sober decision. Oh, I had a sock on, to be fair. But I had one barefoot and... Oh my god, pissy foot, I'll be just like, Shari! Yeah, I had one shoe on and one shoe off. And I walked barefoot in the snow. Just had a pizza to keep me warm. You're lucky I don't know how to clip properly. Lucy, if you don't, someone else will. Don't even worry. You were the girl I'd genuinely be concerned about if I saw you. Raz, you probably saw me on a night out and was like, what the fuck? But I will say, I was always very nice. I might have been a bit messy walking no, it was a trainer, Kim. But like the sole of the shoe just came apart. Like I was, you know, I fell off a speaker every now and again. I walked home barefoot in the snow every now and again. But it was very nice. And I did stop like multiple like bad things happening to people in clubs. Like there was so many times I took like a stray girl under our wing because like she was alone and there was a man being weird to her in the smoking area, or like her friend, she'd lost her friends, so we like took her in. Like I was very nice. I wasn't like mean or like bad intentions. I was just a bit messy. And I saw my best friends I made on drunken nights out while in the bathroom. So Tej, funny you should say that, because there was one girl who what club would it have been at? It would have been like Fire and Lightbox or something like that. One of the ones where you don't get signal inside. Jade, thank you so much for the follow. Sorry that this is your first impression of me and we're just like talking about my drunken escapades in uni 9 years ago. Yeah, it was in Fire and Lightbox where there was like no signal when you went inside. It's in like arches in Vauxhall or whatever. And I remember going up to the bar to get water. And And there was this girl at the bar and she was like, oh, I really like your top or something. And I was like, oh, I really like your earrings or something like that. It's something of that nature. That kind of transaction of conversation went down. And I was like, oh, where are your friends? Because I knew where my friends were, but she was completely on her own. And I was like, where are your friends? And she was like, oh, I lost them and then they just left me. Like, they've gone home, but they left without me. And I was like, you can't be alone in, like, a club. Like, you just can't, not as a girl, you can't be alone in a club. I was like, do you want to just come and hang out with me and my friends? And, like, we can either, if you want to leave now, we can, like, help you get in a taxi now, or you're welcome to stay on the night out with us, and then we'll make sure you get in your taxi before we get in ours. She ended up staying out with us the whole night. We made sure she got in her taxi back to accommodation, switched details. She told us she got home safe. Great time, right? Lovely friend that we thought we'd never see again. We saw her at least once a month at a different club night around London. And every time it was like, oh my God! So yeah, you say that you'll never see them again, but sometimes you do. And it was just such, like, a nice vibe every time. Because I feel like even though London's a big city, there was, like, a couple of, like, core clubs that everyone would go to. It was, like, Ministry of Sound, XOYO. I used to, Raz, I don't know if you would have ever gone here, but do you remember Canavans from back in the day? It's really rogue. Okay, so Canavans was this place in Peckham that was like a really dingy bar that did karaoke, and then the second room was just pool tables. Like, I'm talking, there was like 10 pool tables. No, Raz, it's permanently closed. It's gone. It's permanently closed. So, like, it was literally just karaoke and pool. Like, the whole building was just karaoke and pool. So, like, you just go in there, sing karaoke, and then if you fancied a game of pool, you could just go in for a game of pool. Again, I was there quite regularly. Those guy who hated me because he used to creep on the first years, now go up hugging them, pretend I knew them to warn them, lead them to safety. Yeah, this was me in a club. The amount of times I was, like, verbally abused by men for, like, moving my friends out of the way because they'd, like, indicated they weren't interested and, like, someone was, like, grinding up against them or something, and then getting in my face being like, oh, what are you doing? Like, I'm not even moving to you, I'm moving to your friend. And I'm like, fuck off, she doesn't want you. The amount of fights I would get in with men was insane. If you saw me on a club night back in uni, I would have either been, 1, falling over, 2, having an argument with a man, 3, protecting a girl. I've only been a couple of times. I used to go so much. I actually didn't steal Pizza Rosie. I did pay for it. But I did fold it up and put it in my pocket. People in clubs in London have always been more aggy than other places. Yeah. And, like, the shit that used to happen in London clubs was so bad. Did the throwback music inspire this conversation? No. This conversation was us helping Keris with her uni packing, and now it's gone on a trip down memory lane. Keris, I'm so sorry. Did you get the answers that you needed from us? Before I went on a tangent, did you get the answers about packing that you needed? I'm so sorry if you're not still here. To summarise, guys, if you're going to uni in September, you don't need half of the things you think you will. And it's also completely fine to not like clubs and not like drinking. You do not need to do that to have fun or to make friends at uni. Meg is really nostalgic about these songs. Do you know what it is, guys? You just start me talking about something and I can't stop. Hi, Dragosaur! In Saru, bring a large pocketed coat for snacks. Who said these streams were not educational? You've all learned something, no? You've learned that a teddy bear coat can fit a full burger and a folded up pizza in. New tag for the channel, education. And a spare pair of shoes, yeah. Get some electrolytes the day after drinking. I'm sure electrolytes were a thing when I was in uni, but I definitely didn't know about them. For me, it was just like a Lucozade and a pack of Oreos. Oh, actually, one tip for uni, especially if you are planning on going out during freshers, buy ready meals on your first food shop. Because I didn't do that, and my entire first week of uni consisted of a diet of toast, Oreos, and pizza. There was not a single bit of wealth in that diet. There was just carbs. Carbs and cheese. But ready meals would have been a really good idea. Because you could get like little pastas, you could get lasagnas, you could get anything really. You can get anything in a ready meal now, can't you? But yeah, if you're going out in Freshers Week, you're not going to cook. I also had a really unhealthy obsession in uni. This was really specific because I was vegan at the time. In Sainsbury's, they had a 40p chicken noodle that was actually vegan, contained no chicken, but tasted like chicken noodles. I ate those at least 3 times a week. They were 40p. They were like the Sainsbury's own brand chicken noodles. Not chicken in sight. Oh wait, it can't have been pizza. Oh no, I probably would have had vegan pizza. How much do you reckon uni students make up pot noodle profit? Probably not that much, because we weren't affording real pot noodles. It was 40p instant noodles. Pot noodle was like a gourmet meal in uni. I say this, once like freshers was over, I did start to cook. Not much, granted, but I did cook some things. And then year 2, when we moved out of halls, I cooked so much more. Oh, hiccups. Made with not real chicken. I low-key prefer the cheaper instant noodles. Honestly, Ali, me too. One of the ways I paid for staying with friends was by cooking for them the day after nights out. See, we actually, we had such, a good group in our first year uni halls. I basically contributed nothing. However, we had a vegan baker. One of my flatmates was from Mumbai. One of my flatmates was from Singapore. And one of my flatmates was from South Korea. We had some great food going on in that flat. Granted, not much of it was prepared by me. Aldi chicken noodles I love. Hi again, Queen. I lived off noodles too with added extra seasoning to make myself feel better. Tyler, do you want something that will make you feel worse? There was a guy also, we had 10 people, by the way, in our uni flat. One of the guys who was, we basically never saw. He got like a job a couple of months into uni and just worked full time alongside uni, which again, not sure how he did that. But his meals at home would consist of instant noodles he would buy like a packet of cheap ham. Like, you know, the ham that like the smell like knocks you in the face when you open it, like the cheapest ham you can think of in the supermarket, and he'd just rip it up and chuck it in his noodles. And it was the most heinous thing I've ever seen. My go-to uni lunch was a Greg's Yum Yum and banana eaten in the quietest section of the National Museum. I do love a Greggs. I actually had a Greggs today. My brother, who I've now cut off, didn't go to uni, had rice and gravy granules on a daily basis. And you didn't cut him off then? Rice and gravy granules. Not even gravy, just gravy granules. What did everyone have for dinner? I had a Subway. And I'm gonna say it now. Subway is overrated, guys. The idea of a Subway is always so much better than a Subway. I was really in the mood for it. And I got it and it just wasn't hitting. Also, Sam let me try his sides. And I was like, they're just not, they don't taste cooked. Nothing's crispy. Everything's just a bit soggy. Like, what do you mean they're going to sell hash browns and like nacho chicken bites and they're soggy? I can't cuss too much. Sounds horrible. I used to add mayo into my noodles. Funnily enough, I'm a good chef now. Maybe it's character building. Maybe that's what that is. I had a pesto, halloumi, and sun-dried tomato focaccia sandwich with salad. Well, Rosie, now I hate my decision even more. Because that sounds delicious. Oh, I do love a quiche. Beans and sausage on toast. Yum. Subway's just, it's alright. Like, I don't mind a Subway when it's fresh, but I do fear getting it delivered was maybe not the move. It's okay. It's just fine. But every now and again, I just get like a bit of a, oh, I fancy a Subway. And it's because I forget how like mid it is. And then I go again and I'm like, the cookies are good. I will give them that. It's very overpriced. I'm pretty sure on Deliveroo, like to get a Subway delivered, the like foot-long meal with like a cookie, a bag of crisps and a drink is like £15. 15 Great British pounds. My whole uni experience was character building. Was talking about it yesterday. I became an addict, but I've been in my healing girl era the last few years. It was all part of the plot. I'm glad you're in your healing era now, Tyler. I used to steal straws from my local Subway for so long, and I'm convinced I'm the reason they started locking the straws away. Oh my god, I forgot they did that. I feel like I remember that becoming a thing. Do they do that everywhere? Well, Tej, I like to get a foot long because I don't really eat it then, but I'll like eat it later. Like I've still got, I think I've got like a third of it left somewhere. It's like if I need a little snack after stream. Did I leave my auto mod on like higher settings? Because why is it telling you off for fuck ass? Wait, hang on. Please hold. No. Why is auto mod going crazy? I need to leave some filtering on. But it's like, why is it telling you off for saying fuck ass? I think it is real tuna, Ali. The way it's made is a bit disgusting. Have a break. Do you know what's funny though? Remember that time someone came in and called me a ginger whore? No, so auto mod was nowhere to be seen then. Auto mod wants to get involved when someone says fuck ass. But the minute someone comes in and calls me a ginger whore, it's fine. Ali, I've just checked and it is back to normal, so I'm not really sure what's going on. They used to have the straws in the dining area, which is open in the shopping centre, but suddenly after I robbed them every weekend at 8 AM for months, the straws disappeared behind the counter. Hobbit, do you want to know something that might make you feel better? One of my housemates did not buy cutlery for first year uni. He exclusively would go to prep, and every time he would get a prep sandwich, he would take a couple of plastic forks and knives, and he just had a drawer full of disposable cutlery and paper plates. And we took the piss out of him. He brought a guy home after they'd been on a date, and he was making them a little snack in the kitchen. We're on the sofa watching all this happen. He's making them a little snack. He's making them a little bit. I think he made them like hummus on toast or something. He served this to his like grinder date or whatever on a paper plate. And this wasn't in like early days of uni, guys. We'd been there for months. We'd been there for fucking months. And I would just like to say, this boy was like relatively well off. He did not need to be scrimping and saving, and he could afford a cutlery set, guys. He could afford a cutlery set. He just didn't buy one. And so he would have paper plates and plastic cutlery. He did eventually buy cutlery. And I don't remember in the timeline, but I'm pretty sure it was after the hummus on toast incident. He didn't like doing dishes. But he did get cutlery towards the end, guys. I feel like red cups weren't really a thing when we were in uni. I'm trying to think if we went on a night out, what we would use. I think we just had normal plastic, like clear plastic cups. I do remember, like, we didn't have any one time, and I remember drinking out of a mug, like my little vodka orange juice or whatever the fuck I used to drink in uni. I was drinking out of a mug. Literally anything that could contain liquid that had been washed up, guys. Or that wasn't broken or missing. Oh no, Tej, we had like pint ones. Pint cups. I think red cups are a thing now. Like, I feel like they've kind of come across here now, but guys, we're talking 9 years ago, okay? We're talking 9 years ago. I'm pretty sure when I was in uni, Weatherspoons was still 3 for a tenner. How much is it now? You know that like deal they do on small plates? How much is it now? £15. Back in my day. Okay, guys. I think it's time to play Animal Crossing because I'm starting to spiral. Streamers reminded me after I finished my master's 7 years ago. Now I feel like I'm halfway to a nursing home. Yeah, it's dawned on me now that I feel really old, and so I'm gonna just, for the sake of us all, I'm gonna move swiftly on. Why can I not see that? Hi Lolly, welcome in. One of my flatmates used to drink vodka with squash because we're all broke girlies. Vodka with squash was good, low-key. Good yap. Guys, I feel like we've not had like an hour-long yap sesh about shit in ages. Oh god, no. Hobbit, I thought we'd seen the back of this man. What has happened? What is the update? Oh guys, I yapped for so long, now I'm gonna have bloody scorpions on my island. He started coming to my door and banging so loud. You have to call the police, I think. 13 calls and 4 visits. You have to call the police. I think simply you must. My baby cousin looked me dead in the eyes and said, you know, you're a decade older than me. And I'd be like, to the naughty step for you. It is 100% harassment. We have a campsite villager, guys. Courtney, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Haven't answered him, so I have blocked his number, and if he shows me again, I'm getting my mum to handle him. I genuinely think the police. Racy sent me some gifts, and anchovy. Insert Meg Cowgirl emote here. Can also be used to entrap Fable weirdos. Oh god, I've just been reminded of Fable. Also, guys, I put up my review of the Cutthroat Trial yesterday on Goodreads, and Fable wouldn't load for me. Who paid an Etsy witch to ban me from Fable? Okay, I think that's one from Anchovy. These boots were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. Cause one of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Shit, no, Hobbit, I didn't. Wait, I need to put in my mod chat to remind me. Note to Meg. Sub to Wordy and Wild. Tiny library. Cute. Thank you, Rosie. Just reminded me because Cutthroat Trial was an option last time. I didn't realise it was new. I picked it up in Waterstones when me and Freya went. I gave it a 4. I think it's more of a crime than a thriller. Look at the cat tower. Carl, I'm not going to be the one to save you, unfortunately. She does like new releases. This month's Romance Pick is new, and new paperback releases. She does some of them been out in hardcover for a year. To be fair, I don't think this has had a hardcover, so maybe it's just new. The Cutthroat. Normally thrillers don't have trial release date. It's within the last year. Oh wait. Oh, it did come out in hardback first. Hardback August 28th, paperback June 4th. So paperback is new. Well, Cal, surely you just wait until you're back. You've got 2 days. Surely one of us has at least like 100 bells. You'll at least make some profit. You're back Friday, no? Can I take my Switch from me? And I think that's valid and fair, actually. You scared me, Anchovy. Right, we do fossils first, because I will need them as gifts. Oh, we haven't seen the campsite villager. Okay, yeah, no, we do that first. We do that first. Guys, everyone cross your fingers, toes, booty cheeks, anything you can cross. Guys, it has to be a snooty, I think. I will never complain about truffles again. Do I have to take him? Who could we have had? You're telling me I could have had Marshall? Okay, wait, guys. It could have actually been worse. It could have been so much worse. Chops was an option. Hands was an option. Oh, we could have had Henry. Keaton was an option. Klaus. These are all bad ones, by the way. But I could have had Marshall or Raymond. Raymond's who I actually want for the island. He's so city vibes. Shep! Two of my fucking dreamies. Two of my dreamies! Chloe, I'm choosing to not read your message out loud. Do you think I answered to Tom Nook? Mods, how do you time out Hobbit and Loey? To think about their actions. Guys. I'm the VIP manager of this island. Guten Tag, auf Wiedersehen. You're telling me that Tom Nook is my boss? I know. He wants to live here. His house is so weird. No, Loey, you're joking. Why is his house just computers? Guys, this is the worst day ever. The only Graham we wanted here was Garrett Graham. Not this fuck-ass man with all his computers. Hi, Kiva. I'm not shocked, I'm just disappointed. Yeah, guys, I can't even just kick him off. I have to become his best friend and get his picture first. His picture is going to live on my Hall of Fame on this Perfection Island. Guys, why do bad things happen to good people? Because that's what's just happened to me. A bad thing to a good people. Oh yeah, Teresa, I was like, to Cal, Teresa just messaged me the funniest thing ever about the book. I can't say it because it's a spoiler and I know some of you are going to read it. But I did cackle. Guys, I'm so upset. Haven't found a fossil yet either. Guys, I'm actually devastated. There was 2 of our dreamies in this personality type. We could have genuinely got someone without having to hunt for them. And the world gives me Graham. When 5 brothers, when Graham leaves my island. Graham, Lucy. Hobbit, it is not too late to delete that message. It's not too late. Hey, Graham's my uncle is Graham. But not Garrett Graham. Garrett Graham is quite delicious. But specifically series Garrett Graham. But Garrett Graham also ain't shit, to be honest. I was hoping it'd be a fish I didn't have. Also, guys, do you want to hear the good news or the bad news first? Thanks, Josh. It's my fishing hat. Okay. The bad news is that after today, there's not going to be a stream until Friday. Do you want to hear the good news? On Friday, we're playing Magic Chameleon. I'm putting together another lobby. So far, we have me, Anne, Liv, Bex, Teresa, Ruby if she's free. I think I put in... Did I put in the Discord chat yet? I don't know if I did, Teresa. And I've learned... I need to do that. And I've figured out, with the help of Gal Pal Cal, how to use modded maps. So that means we can go on Valorant maps, we can go on Minecraft maps, we can go on Peak Airport, we can go in the art gallery. But yeah, I have my nail appointment tomorrow, and then I have to work a little bit late on Wednesday, and then I think me and Sam are gonna watch the England game together, and then Thursday we have some plans with some of Sam's friends. Oh, I found all the fossils. I'm running around. No, guys, I have big plans for my Mecha Chameleon hiding places. I was literally playing Valorant last night for a little bit, and I said, I'm thinking of so many places I could hide on Mecha Chameleon. Mecha, love you on my birthday! Happy birthday! My DIY. I wish I understood star signs. I just unfortunately don't. All I know is that I'm a Pisces, and apparently that makes sense because I cry a lot. So that's all I have for you. What's your moon and rising? I have no idea. I was born at 6 AM on the 17th of March, 1998. If anyone wants to figure it out. Hi, Bunda! A lot of my friends are just the same sign, so it makes sense to me with certain people. I've never really thought about my friends' star signs. "6 AM, Hobbit." Can you tell me what when you find out my rising and my moon signs, can you tell me what that means about me? Scorpio moon, Pisces rising. Is that good or bad, guys? What does that mean about me? Big 3 all water. What does that mean for me? Okay, Cal. Yeah, I can't obviously say where I was born on stream. Emotional? No. Me? Emotional? No. Surely not. Me? Scorpio means you're passionate. Yeah. March 17th, 98 at 6 AM, Cal. What you got for me? I assume it'll just be the same, no? Oh no, I'm gonna get got by a mosquito. I can hear it buzzing in my ear. Sorry, someone's ringing my doorbell, but I need to know what my signs are. Oh no, wait, it's a fly. I caught a fly. Hello, Anchovy. Hi, Doc. The sky today looks clear and dry. I bet that means the sun and moon are happy. I'm so sleepy. Anyway, what's going on with you? I can't stop yawning today. Is it true that yawns are catchy? Do you feel sleepy? A little bit. What's going on with us today? Personally, I was up at 6:30 AM. I don't know what your excuse was, Anchovy. Rosie was visiting the other day, and I guess they got another name back home. Rosie! Anchovy's talking about you. Whimsical mama! You hear somebody get called a thing like that, and you get a whole new appreciation of who they are. I think Anchovy's got a little crush on you. What they're capable of. Let's go with the 55 stream streak. Hi Katie, welcome in. This is a dinosaur track. Oh wait, Cal's still going. Cal's giving me her breakdown of who I am. I assume it's the same, no? Scorpio, Moon, and Pisces rising. Pisces rising feels right. I feel like I've been told that before. Rising is how other people perceive you and how you present yourself, so you being a Pisces is basically emotional. I mean, they're not wrong. This is for Graham. Off hamster. Sorry, I'm reading your birth chart now. Okay. Sun in Pisces, Moon in Scorpio, Pisces rising. Okay. An apple for Graham. You're giving him gifts? Cal's about to tell me all about myself. I just got called tedious by Daisy. Oh no, the girls are fighting. Pisces sun, who you are at your core. Compassionate, imaginative, creative, empathetic, dreamy. Guys, I'm crushing everyone at Metcha Chameleon on Friday. Scorpio moon, your emotional world. Keywords, intense, loyal, private, perceptive. See, I don't agree. I'm the least private person in the world. I just sat and told you an hour's worth of my embarrassing stories. I don't know that private or mysterious girl is me. Pisces rising, the impression you give. Kind, gentle, creative, calm, soft-spoken, easy to talk to. Has anyone ever called me calm? A cozy, creative Pisces who seems gentle on the outside but has the determination of someone who quietly gets things done. Guys, there's nothing quiet about me. Where did I go wrong? I think you are a very calming person, not on Twitch. Did I say I'm calm? I am an ambassador for them. But would I say that I'm calm? Calm in like a steady way. Okay, I get that. I don't quietly get anything done, guys. I can't even empty my wardrobe without me telling you about it. I just said that I like when my shirts shrink in the wash because it helps me show off my abs. You're not someone who escalates a lot. I feel like I only escalate if, like, one of my friends has been wronged. But then I guess that ties in with me being... What was the word? Loyal and intense. You're calm in a way that others probably felt safe and like you handled the situation. I'm definitely not private, though. Actually, I would say I'm quite private about some things. But in the same breath, I will tell you everything that's in my head. So... Does my chart tell you anything else, Cal? What else can I learn from my chart? I'm all fire signs, so I can do all the escalations for everyone. And I can diffuse it all with my water. That's what I'm learning. Guys, this is fascinating. I'm making a flower stand. I think you're a private person that probably have a good sense of your own boundaries, like you yap, but you aren't sharing too much. I feel like I definitely overshare. I don't think I have a single thought that I don't say out loud. Have you had any good meals? Not every day. Quotes from this. You're incredibly water dominant. Oh my gosh. Wait, this is so you. Oh no. Jupiter in Pisces is considered very lucky. Jupiter represents growth and luck. Oh, look of the Irish! I thought it was going to be something like very profound about my personality. Kim, that makes it sound so much worse. Guys, I had food poisoning. I told you about my food poisoning story when I was on a family holiday with Sam's family, and you guys will never let me live it down. That was actually an educational stream, because that taught me to be careful about what you eat on holiday. Wait, text me it, Cal. I want to know now. Your Scorp moon will emphasize the emotion in the Pisces moon. I don't need to emphasize any of my emotions. We get them loud and clear. Relying on my mum's knowledge here, so I could be wrong. Pisces sun. That was actually my first real introduction to you when Sam retold that story. No. No. And you're still here? Wait, Cal, that's actually insane. Read me for filth. If your chart were a character in a cozy fantasy novel, she'd be the one who opens a little bookshop or cafe, knows everyone's favourite drink, adopts every stray cat, accidentally becomes the hero, makes lifelong friends everywhere she goes, and somehow also wins the town competition because she quietly worked really hard behind the scenes. Your humour may bounce between wholesome, sarcastic, chaotic, ridiculously quick. Guys, it's me! I was formally introduced to you after when you showed your nails, so in my head I had that story, thank God. In which pit does it say plays board games alone because no one will play with her? Okay. Let's rewind. I technically didn't play board games alone, but I would make my mum and her friend play with me, but they didn't really want to play either, so I would move the pieces and roll the dice for them. But technically there were other players involved. I still giggle about that one. Guys! I was a very sad child. I was a little bit weird, and that's okay. Did anyone else in their like childhood life, obviously all of my siblings were like 18 years older than me, so I just used to talk to myself, and so I would do like, I would take a register of like all of my stuffed animals. So like they'd all have a name, and I'd be like, Daisy, are you here? Yes, miss. Tick it off and then do that. Did anyone else do that? Okay, thank God. I was getting really worried when no one typed immediately. And I was like, please, please, please. I love fossils. A baby chair. Thank you. I did that at my nanny's, but I did it up the stairs and pretended they were getting on the bus. Wait, where are all my villagers? Hi, Sarah. My parents bought me a cash machine with till roll to play with my teddies. The amount I used to talk to myself was probably cause for concern. Teresa, I'm an Aries Sun, Scorpio Moon, Gemini Rising. My little quote is curious on the outside, fearless in action, and incredibly deep underneath. So you're like an onion. You got layers. Oh, I have been in here. Is CoStar the star sign app? If so, no, I do not. My brother is a year older than me, and we would play baseball together, but he would make me the catcher, and he would pretend... Wait. My brother is a year older than me, and he would play baseball together, but he would make me the catcher, and he would hit pretend baseballs. Wait, what do you mean by pretend baseballs? Oh my god, guys. Oh no, it's all coming up now. It's like word vomit. I can't help it. Did anyone else? I feel like especially people who didn't have a sibling to play with. Did anyone have a Furby and used to play the red light, green light game with the Furby? So like you'd have to go stand across the other side of the room, and it would go green light and you'd run, and then it'd go red light and you had to stop, and you had to run again when it said green light. And obviously it didn't know. There's no way for it to know if you were moving, but I felt like it did. So you're on your own with this one? Okay. They scared me. Well, it was my friend, guys. We played games together. Anyway. Furbies were a little bit scary looking back on it. Had a baby born that cried when it was hungry, and after years of never playing with it, it started crying in the middle of the night. What the hell? Had a dollhouse and I filled it with puppy in my pockets. I had an outdoor dollhouse, like a... It wasn't a dollhouse, it was like a playhouse, but like a little plastic one. And I got very passionate about the fact that people stepped on snails. And so I decided to rescue all the snails, and I put all of the snails in my, like, little playhouse until the playhouse was literally overrun and infested with snails. I have a snail story, wait! Thank God. My mum hid our Tamagotchis because we kept playing on it, and for weeks I could hear it chiming for food. No! I think that would have made me cry. I don't know if I feel like I must have had a Tamagotchi, but I also had this thing that was like, it was like a double-decker house. Wait. And like a little animation lived inside. With animation like a Tamagotchi. Yes, Lucy! Pixel Chicks! I think it's a Pixel Chicks. Oh my god, yes. This. I had one of these. And like, she just lived her little life in this house. I dreamt mine went evil. Had you watched like Life Size or something beforehand? My mum worked at the community centre on our street, and I go there with her sometimes. They had Cocoa Pop bowls in the kitchen. And like the cretin I was, I stole them, but I never used them to actually eat cereal because in my autistic brain I could only use them for Cocoa Pops. And I didn't like those. So instead I would take them into the garden and make tiny spas for snails and worm in my garden. Someone goes into the community centre and is like, where are all the bowls? And then they just go outside and see Loe's, what is it, 5 seasons? Is that what the like bougie hotel place is called? 5 seasons for the snails. Fill them with grass leaves, flowers and sticks, and they'd always leave so soon. I mean, I fear mine were imprisoned. I shut the door. I mean, I'm sure some did leave, but I had quite a collection. Sorry guys, that it's really crackly on this bit for some reason. I'm doing this with my foot right now. When you have chat all together at your wedding, I want this to happen. What, the Animal Crossing stretches? Catch a fish, sell a hot item. Potted ivy. Imagine I have to go actually get resources to make this. 2, 3, 4. This is where I don't have any more weeds. Surely. Hey, my internet got upgraded for free? What the hell? How do you know? I thought I saw Wisp. I'm dreaming. Is that a rainbow? Louie, is that a rainbow stag? I've already got one of them. What book should I read next? Assassin's Blade. And start the Throne of Glass series. Oh, Cal, I started our book club book on the train this morning. Okay, hot items sold. Oh, I've not even shaken trees yet. Didn't people hate that book? Which book? Sophie, thank you for the 50 bits. Enjoy my bits. Assassin's Blade. Unsure. People don't like the acnh series. There's a bit of controversy with the acnh series in that the map is like the UK and that Sarah J. Maas essentially made Ireland like the villain. So there is quite a lot of discourse about acnh. Wait, Throne of Glass also had controversy back in the day? About what? Maybe I'm being, like, silly. Because I remember seeing loads about acnh, but I don't remember seeing anything about Throne of Glass. Well, Tej, I think back in the day, like when they were still being released, Assassin's Blade got released like 3rd or 4th. So I can imagine like waiting a year for a book only to come out and it be a prequel. Maybe people didn't like it back then. But I think now generally no one has an issue with it because you can obviously read it in whatever order you want. I did see a thing though, a TikTok. Oh, what just fell? I saw a TikTok and it was basically saying, like, it does need to be studied how, like, fantasy books filled with, like, politics and, like, other really serious topics have been labelled as fairy smut when they're written by women, but high fantasy when they're written by men. And I think we need to talk about that. Because it is, in fact, so true. I don't think I've ever seen a book written by a man be referred to as fairy smut, and I'd not actually made that connection until I saw the TikTok. But it truly is only female authors that have their work referred to as fairy smut. Oh god, no, Haunting Adeline was so bad. I don't want to say what the discourse was because it was a spoiler, but it was about treatment of women of colour in the series. In Throne of Glass! I can't say the reason why I'm confused about that because it's also a spoiler for, like, very late series. I'd need to do more research into that because I hadn't seen anything about that. But then maybe it was because it was a discourse so long ago. All women should leave Earth and join in Mars. Why should we leave? Why us? Oh no, I'm gonna get stung. No, I'm not. I'm just better. Wait, where did I start my shaking from? My shaking ass. My shaking trees. Also, any readers here that has read Boys of Tommen, can you tell me if I should read or not? Because I've been tempted, but it's also a long old series and big books, but that's coming out as a show as well. I need a smutty little book. You probably read any of the, like, books that I've read, like Windy City and stuff. Cow. I enjoyed them. Heavier topics and the main characters are in school. But it's like, it's not like, like it's more about, like, their life, right? Not, it's nothing to do... Well, I guess there's relationships within it, but it's not like a romance book. I'm quaking in my boots. Yeah, so I feel like I don't mind as much. I just don't like romances where they're, like, young. Like, what was that book club book we read, guys? And she was, like, 18 years old or something, like a figure skater or something. I hated that. I absolutely hated that. Finding her edge. Yeah, shit. Absolute fucking shit. I sobbed at some of the books, I fear. Alice, I feel like in general we have like quite a similar reading taste, so I feel like I might give them a go. Because I do think I need another series, and I have put off reading that for quite a while. Am I ignoring everything on my shelf behind me? Yes. However, I feel like I need a series that isn't a fantasy series. I'm on a little bit of a fantasy break at the moment, other than Fury Bound, which I've still not finished. I think you should read Twilight. I think I'm okay. Louie, you don't even like the Twilight books. Wait, Alice, can you tell me if that's good? Because again, I've put off reading that mainly because I'm waiting for the Kindle edition to be cheaper. Because I just simply refuse to spend £10 on a Kindle PDF. And I know that eventually it will go down to like £4 or something. Like, I don't mind spending money on like a physical book, but I'm not spending more than £5 on a Kindle book. But literally a PDF. To let you know my thoughts. I'm 3 chapters in. There's a new ice skating book coming out that's about a pairs couple falling in love, and there's already controversy because the cover is literally a picture of Tessa Virtue and Scott Moir. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Canadian retired dancer. Oh. Oh, they're a real couple. Oh, they're not a couple, they're friends. Oh, so they're not a couple, but basically this book is like coming across as a fan fiction of them. Is that right? Just a couple of besties. To be fair, that is so fucking awkward for them. They were very sensual in their routines, but isn't that like part of paired dancing? I feel like that always happens with like Strictly Come Dancing and like Dancing with the Stars and stuff like that, is people always start shipping the couples just because they're dancing together. Yeah, but you'd get it if you watched their Moulin Rouge routine. Okay. I don't ship them, just to clarify. I can imagine that it's really quite awkward for them. Like, especially if you guys are saying that they're married to like other people. And now there's a book which is like essentially a fan fiction of them. Guys, I can't believe we got Graham. I can't believe that that's our life. Graham and pee-pee hands. What is the point? I can never remember if I've shaken these trees or not. Just laughed out loud. I'm so sorry that's happening to you. What did I do to deserve it? He's kind of hot. Teresa. Oh, you meant I thought you meant Graham. I was like, surely not. Surely not, Teresa. Oh my god. Goodness gracious me. I don't know what's worse. Teresa thinking Graham is hot, or us all assuming that Teresa would think that Graham is hot. I honestly think all of us jumping to that same conclusion was worse. Arguably. Teresa, I'm so sorry we did that to you. Really struggling trying to start reading. Trying to read a book called Punch in the Air, but I'm a doom scroller and don't come off my phone. I'll get there though. Tyler, honestly, put your phone out of arm's reach. It is the best way. Hi Celine, people have been saying hear me out. Wait, I said someone was a hear me out the other day and someone said that was a really good hear me out. Oh, the Transformer. You know in like the Megan Fox Transformers, Optimus Prime. And my newest hear me out is Haaland. No, but Hobbit, I should have the ick. Watching those videos where he runs like this and like he does all of the Haaland things, I should have the ick, but I don't. Okay, I need to donate my fly, but Blathers is gonna flap out. Blathers. See, I told you. I'm okay, I don't need to learn about the fly. Okay. What else have I not done on my dailies? I don't really need to do the rocks right now. I don't need to chop any more trees. I've done my gift giving. I've done my yoga. I've done my fossils. I've done my shells. I finished clams. Loey Amelia, Loey Wiki, what do I need to do? What have I missed? I do need to do some fishing, actually. Hello, Loey. I've done my gift giving. I've done my fossils. I've shaken my trees. I've got my message in a bottle. I've sold my shells. I don't need to chop trees anymore. What am I missing? Or really break rocks. I do need to do some fishing. I feel like I'm missing something. I think there's anything. Okay, Okay. I'm procrastinating doing letters. I know I shouldn't, but I just can't bring myself to do it. I pressed A! This is some bullshit. They know I need money after I bought all of my money's worth of turnips. Okay, I need to catch one more fish. I can't plant produce. I don't have any. Oh, wait, maybe Flick has some. Are you close to any miles? That one, but I obviously can't do that one yet. Trash tools. No, basically. I need one more bit of trash. I basically just need to fish and catch bugs a lot. Oh no, Leaf, not Flick, sorry. Do you have... Wait, does he not sell crops? Oh, pumpkin. I'm just being stupid. I feel like I should buy 10 pumpkins. And plant bushes too. I don't know what bushes I want yet. Maybe these ones. Hibiscus. I've done all the fruit trees, yeah. Cal, I need to remove some of my trees first. I'm getting overwhelmed. There's so many trees. Oh, I planted fruit trees. Left to read. Now that I don't need to chop anymore. Yeah, I don't have to dig. Wait, do I need to do it for bush starts? No. I'm gonna put my bushes around here. Didn't mean to do that. Shrubbery hubbery. Oh, I'm not planting 20. I'll do that later. Okay, fishing we go. Guys, surely we can do better than 141. Surely one of us is going to have like a 300 week. And we're going to make loads of profit. Guys, I have 100k Nook miles. Can't leave it up until Saturday. You can. I think you can. Mine seems promising. What was yours, Louie? Mine was 88. So surely it can only get better, right? It can't give me a descending again. That would be rude. Spent 500,000 on turnips. To be fair, I put in 175k. I put in Discord. Where you put Animal Crossing. 65 to 600 on 3 evenings. Loey, this could be it. This could be it for us. Sorry, guys. I need to make money, guys. I've got a house loan to pay off. In-game. Guys, I'm bad at fishing today and every day, but especially today. I'm not even opposed to her leaving. I just don't have her picture. Guys, I'm gonna lose it. Oh my god, you scared the shit out of me. I didn't hear you come in. Oh my god. Sam just opened the freezer and I saw my life flash before my eyes. What, Loey, is in like you have to speak to them if you see the bubbles? It's a week anyway, no? if you say no. Judy has to leave again last night. Did you tell her she can't? Cal, just wait until you have to do another goal or something and it's next villager to leave. You'll feel how painful it is. I feel like I have this bug. Cal, never say never. Every time I did it, I said I would never do it again, and we just did. Sometimes it's what the people want. Oh, the bubbles help with friendship? What, when she gave me a gift? Oh wait, yeah, guys. Cal's been giving it the big ones about how she's going to beat me, but she doesn't even play at night. She hasn't even caught a scorpion yet. They'll ask you to go to yours to do something with them, I see. I'm 120 achievements ahead of you. Yeah, not for long. All because you've, you know, made some snowmen in the winter. I'll catch up. You play Valorant at night time. You're not going to be out here catching scorpions. Do you know who is? Me. Guys, Cal's just taken our feud too far and said something really hurtful. So I think you should cancel her. Thoughts? Guys, me and Cal could never have an IRL fight because I would lose. I am self-aware. We do have an RV to drive. But when are we going to drive an RV when we have Metro Chameleon to play now? This is my new chain together. It's going to be 2028 and I'll still be here mentioning RVs. I still think it would be an interesting prediction for what comes first, Haunted Chocolatier or me and Cal finishing the RV. I genuinely think it will be Haunted Chocolatier. And we're looking at, like, in the 2030s for that. Don't you dare bite me while I'm fishing. Don't you dare. Got such an itchy nose. Guys, it's getting to that stage of the night where I'm shit at fishing and I'm talking shit. Which means it's nearly time for my bedtime. First game I've seen you play. Guess I'm here for the long run if I ever want to see the end of the RV game. Yeah, guys, that's motivation to never unfollow me. If you unfollow me, you'll never see the end of the RV. We're talking Disney Doom like valid terms, that's all day. Guys, all I do is get flamed in this channel. Oh my god, I would be so down for a golf with friends stream. Do any of you have it? Because I can't play alone. We could do a community day of golf with friends if anyone has it. I love golf with friends, guys. I've played it like approximately 2 hours in my life, but I love it. The way I lock in and I still miss. I'm actually a lot better at fishing off stream. I think I just get distracted because I'm talking constantly. And in my head, I'm just thinking about reading chat. I can't lie, I'm laughing right now. I'm glad someone is. I've only played about 2 hours in my life. I love it. No, you don't understand how invested I got in golf with friends. For the 2 hours that I played, I had a really, really good time. Okay, I have to get to 333 fish and then I can go to sleep. So prepare for another hour of stream. Yeah, when everyone stopped playing last time, I solo queued. I solo queued golf with friends. I'm not even mad. I'm not even embarrassed either. Go on. Go back a little bit. Oh my god, wait, yeah, I played golf with friends with no friends. Guys, it shows that I used to play board games alone. It shows! I play golf with friends with no friends. No. That is embarrassing. When I said I wasn't embarrassed, now I am. Because I know I brought it up at the empath and he makes me want to cry. It helps, so did I. It does, actually. And Loie, is this a habit you're repeating in your adulthood? Because apparently it is for me. Yes, okay, perfect. I feel better now. Guys, maybe it's just taking solo date to a new extreme. Loey, I love Monopoly. Do you want to play online Monopoly one day? Solo dating is you alone on your PC. Playing golf with friends, yeah. Played Mario Kart offline where you all played together because I felt very wanted to feel included. Why didn't you join? Is Monopoly quicker when you play by yourself? I mean, I assume so. And you always win. Loey, you might be joking, but I'm really serious. I'm down to play online Monopoly. How do we do it? I know there is online Monopoly, but how do you play it? Where do you... It's on the Switch? Oh my god, Monopoly Nintendo Switch. I'll buy it. How many players can we have? Chat, would anyone want to play online Monopoly with me and Loey? I feel like it'd be more than 4, up to 6 players. It is £25 on Switch, so it is an investment. Hey, Atora! £25 feels insane, but I will genuinely do it because I love Monopoly. Monopoly on Switch, Spike. £25 to not play a board game by herself. Guys, it's a worthy investment for a girl. Unless the Steam game was like Mac compatible. Because Loey's got a Mac, I think. Surely. Sorry, I've just opened Monopoly on Steam. It's still £25 regardless, so it's not even cheaper. And the reviews are mostly negative. What are the chances for people who lost? Apparently there's loads of bugs with the Steam version, it seems like. So we'd have to double check the reviews for the Switch one. And check it's actually better. Oh, it's the Ubisoft one on Steam that everyone's complaining about. If young solo board game playing Meg could see you now, she'd be rolling with joy. Literally, though. Atora, honestly, Animal Crossing was going great, and then I got Graham in my campsite. And because I'm on a reset, Graham has had to come now live on my island. So we get to welcome him tomorrow, which is just great. That's after I got Shari as a starting villager. Little Miss PP Hands. And PP Feet, actually. So overall, we're having a bit of a rough start. But that means it can only get better. I think. Okay, guys, we need to look into online Monopoly. Because I'm dead serious about playing. I'll do some research first to check that it's decent. Because I don't want people to spend their money if it's bad. But I'm fully invested in the notion of playing online Monopoly. Guys, odds on me just putting the board game on my table, streaming it. Streaming it and then just moving the pieces for you, and it'll basically just be like reliving my youth. So Atora, I got the Switch 2 for Pocopia. Sam bought me one for my birthday. So I've actually managed to start a new island without losing my old one. So at the moment, I'm still hoarding my last island. And I do intend to finish that at some point. But being the procrastinator that I am, considering I'm planning Monopoly games nights right now, when I'm going to finish it, I'm not sure. Tabletop simulator. Guys, I can't do that. I actually can't. Because I know you guys would clip it. And also, you'd probably think it was quite endearing at first, but 4 hours into a cutthroat Monopoly game, you guys are probably just going to start to think it's a bit tragic. And the unfortunate thing is I'd probably still be taking it quite seriously. Oh dear. Okay, well maybe that one's off the table. But I think we can probably find a way to play Monopoly online. But it is a shame because I think I'm pretty sure it's the Animal Crossing Monopoly that I've got. Where is it? Please hold. Oh, it might be in my drawer. Oh guys, it's right at the bottom of my drawer, but it is Animal Crossing Monopoly. Hello, Olivia! I played it once with Sam and he beat me, so I said I'd never play it again. Yeah, Liv, I'm gonna need a bit more oomph. A bit more oomph from you, please. Also, Liv, how's your sunburn? guys, if you thought my sunburn was bad post-London Marathon, you have no idea. Oh, I did it, guys. Okay. Let us sell. I think it's time for me to go to bed. The fact that I'm considering playing IRL Monopoly and moving the board for you is borderline like optical illusions level stream. So I think it's time for me to log off the internet for today and not embarrass myself any further. Orkily dorkily, let's put stuff away. Save and end. Okay, guys. We went through the bad news earlier, but there isn't going to be a stream until Friday. Only because I have my nail appointment tomorrow. I'm working late Wednesday. And then Thursday I'm out in the evening. So there won't be streams Tuesday to Thursday. Liv, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's not a free week. Tomorrow, Liv, I could probably play a couple of games of Valorant when I get home from my nail appointment tomorrow. But it'll be too short for me to stream. But yeah, Wednesday I'm working a little bit late, and then I think me and Sam are going to watch the England game together. And then Thursday we're out with some of Sam's friends. And then Friday is Mecha Chameleon Lobby. So there will be a stream on Friday, just not Tuesday to Thursday. Saturday, we're out at barbecue during the day. However, depending on what time we get home, I can maybe do something in the evening, maybe a reading stream or something. And then Sunday, I am all yours. Let's go have a little look for someone to read. Freya's live. Let's go raid Freya. Oh, wait, yes, Sunday's World Cup final, but probably during the day. During the day. Nick, I'm not watching the third place game, even if England's in it, guys. Who cares about third place? Not me. Third place is still a loser, guys. Anyway, we're going to go show some love to Freya. I shall see you guys on Friday. Have a lovely week since I won't see you for a couple of days. She's playing some Mecha Chameleon, and I know you guys love Mecha Chameleon, so go show some love. And I shall see you guys on Friday.